In 79 CE, thousands of Roman citizens froze in place, their bodies contorted into defensive postures. For centuries, the world believed they suffocated under falling ash. But modern forensic archaeology has shattered this myth. They did not suffocate. Their soft tissues vaporized in less than a second, and their bones fractured from a blast wave releasing kinetic energy 100,000 times greater than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. This was not a slow burial. It was an ancient apocalypse. Mount Vesuvius executed the deadliest eruption in the ancient world, completely obliterating Pompeii. Yet, the mechanics of this disaster have been misunderstood for millennia. Today, we examine the raw volcanological evidence. In this investigation, you will uncover 3 geological secrets. First, the 17-year seismic prelude that warned the Roman Empire of impending doom. Second, the terrifying physics of a Plinian eruption column that defied gravity for 18 hours. And third, the 17-minute thermal kill window that sealed Pompeii's fate. Stay until the end, because we will also reveal the geochemical anomaly that turned this city of death into an immortal time capsule. The tragedy of Pompeii began long before the sky turned black. Exactly 17 years earlier, in 62 CE, a magnitude 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake shattered Pompeii, collapsing temples and heavily damaging the city's infrastructure. To the Romans, this was merely a random earth disturbance. They lacked a scientific framework for volcanology. In fact, Latin did not even possess a word for volcano. Vesuvius was simply a mountain. Without proper instruments, citizens ignored the danger, but modern geology confirms this earthquake was a fatal warning sign. It marked a deep tectonic fracture, allowing magma to begin its slow, violent ascent into the upper chamber. In the final days, continuous localized tremors and underground rumblings echoed across the bay. The acoustic pressure of superheated gases was violently shattering rock beneath their feet. Yet, the city remained oblivious to the ticking time bomb beneath it. But the underground rumblings were nothing compared to the atmospheric nightmare that was about to unleash above. While the citizens of Pompeii looked down at the trembling earth, the true instrument of their destruction was about to explode into the stratosphere. When the magma chamber ruptured, Vesuvius detonated into the stratosphere. During this initial Plinian phase, the volcano blasted roughly 1.5 million tons of molten rock, pumice lapilli, and ash out of its vent every single second. This massive ejection generated a column that shot 33 kilometers into the sky, nearly 4 times the height of Mount Everest. The kinetic and thermal energy released over 2 days exceeded 100,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs, radiating immense heat into the sky. This intense upward force created an atmospheric vacuum, suspending millions of tons of dense debris in the sky for nearly 18 hours. For the citizens below, the sky vanished behind a pillar of darkness. But what goes up must come down. When the eruption column finally lost momentum, gravity took over, setting the stage for the most lethal mechanism in volcanic history. As the 33-kilometer plume collapsed, it birthed ground-hugging pyroclastic density currents that rushed toward Pompeii. The destruction unfolded across 3 distinct, rapid thermal phases. First came the fallout phase, where a heavy rain of pumice caused structural roofs to collapse on those seeking shelter. Next, the early surge phase hit the city walls. This wave carried temperatures between 100 and 150 degrees Celsius, causing immediate asphyxiation and severe burns for anyone caught outdoors. Then came the peak thermal phase. Full-scale pyroclastic density currents swept through Pompeii at a blistering 300 to 400 degrees Celsius. At this extreme heat, ambient temperatures instantly vaporized soft tissues and fractured bone minerals. Victims were killed in less than a second during a 17-minute lethal window. Their bodies froze involuntarily into muscular contractions known as a pugilistic stance long before ash could bury them. Yet, despite this total annihilation, the true miracle of Pompeii lay in what happened next. The thermal blast had extinguished every trace of life in seconds, but the very mechanism of their destruction was about to engineer their eternal immortality. Here is the ultimate archaeological secret. The very forces that obliterated Pompeii are what made it immortal. The city was rapidly submerged under 4 to 6 meters of layered tephra, micropumice, and fine ash. This dense blanket fell so rapidly that it created a completely anaerobic, moisture-free environment. Stripped of oxygen, normal bacterial decay halted instantly. Over centuries, while soft tissue dissolved, the hardened ash vacuum seal retained exact negative impressions of bodies, clothing, and facial expressions, leaving behind the hollow voids that archaeologists later filled with plaster. Pompeii was not just destroyed, it was geologically frozen in time. Pompeii stands today as a stark reminder of nature's raw power and humanity's vulnerability to Earth's geological forces. By decoding these volcanic secrets, modern science helps researchers monitor dangerous supervolcanoes across the globe, ensuring history never repeats itself blindly. If you want to uncover more secrets of the ancient world, hit that subscribe button now for our next historical deep dive.